Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 770. My name is Christine and on today's episode I'm showing you the Lifestyle Crafts Bloom and Grow release. Today I am showing you some dies from the Bloom and Grow collection from Lifestyle Crafts. I'm starting though with this little cake box die. This is part of their core collection. Their core collection are boxes and dies that'll be around for at least 6 months, possibly longer. I know this cake box has been around for a little while now. So they're featuring this die this month. So once you make your little cake box, this is what you get. These cute little cakes here. I have used the Martha Stewart stitched paper for all my samples today. And you just open it up. And there's a cute little box. You can make these for different parties or occasions you may have. They're really quick and easy to make, and you can see with all the different types of paper how cute they are. These little flowers on top I've made with one of the new dies. It's a little doily die, and you get the small, medium, large doily on the die. And I'm going to show you how to make this flower a bit later in the video. Put those aside. Next I have this flower die here. It comes with a big flower and a leaf, and this is what it looks like. So the flower gets cut out, and so what I've done in this case is taken my flower and glued it onto another piece of paper and then just cut around the outside. Rather than piecing in all the pieces inside the flower, I just glued it and cut around it. These scrolls here come on another 4x4 die. You get 3 scrolls on the die. And what I've done is just cut off an end and layered them on underneath my flower. I think scrolls look really pretty in place of leaves when you're doing any sort of flowers. Here on this postcard you can see that all these different flowers, and that is the Bouquet flower die. It comes in 2 dies and you get all these different pieces that you can piece together. Now what I like to do with this die set is I'll cut the die out of a variety of papers. You can see here I've just put them in my baggie. And so I can mix and match and play with the flowers. And then in this case here, I just pieced the pieces into the petals as compared to the other one where I glued it down and cut around. This time I put the pieces inside the little holes. And then I added some bling just to bling it up. Then I have these 2 postcards here. So it's the same flower I did on my boxes, but you'll notice underneath are these beautiful little scroll designs here. So you get the square one and this long one. And what I've done here is I actually cut the die in half and then I just pushed it out so you could see more of the design under the flower. And I think these are beautiful that you can layer up with other items such as these little doily flowers I made. So now I'm going to show you how I made the flowers. I cut the die 3 times out of 3 different papers, and what I do is I layer it up. I have all the layers. I'm just showing you the top layer at the moment. Layer it up like that, and I take my scissors and I'm going to cut in through where all those scallops are. And as you cut, if your die shifts a bit, that's fine, because it'll just give you more fullness at the end. So don't worry if it shifts. Now you just want to cut in. You don't want to cut all the way or else you'll cut off a whole petal and that wouldn't be good. So I've already cut my medium and my small here. So what you want to do is you take your paper piercer and pierce pretty much in the middle like that, and then get a brad and just, here's my little brad. And I'm just going to put it through like that. Then the next layer, do the same thing. I'm going to pierce Now with this flower, you don't have to wet the paper. Sometimes when I'm making these types of flowers, I mist my paper so it's soft and I scrunch them. We're not doing that this time. The paper is dry. And when you make your own flowers like this, it's great because you can use any papers that coordinate with your project. So you always get a custom flower that matches your projects beautifully. So now what I want to do is pull up each layer, and we're squishing it into the middle. Now if you do this, say by doing 3 at once, I find sometimes you don't get as much of the squishiness and you have to go back anyway. So I would take the time and do sort of each layer as you go. So I have a total of 9 layers here, and I'm just squishing it into the middle because I want to pull up all these layers to make the fullness of my flower. So there you can see it's the smallest size. Now I'm working on my medium size. If you happen to catch one of the other layers, that's fine too. It's just, I find when you take the time to do them singularly, you get a nicer flower in the end. I tried to take the shortcut and I think it probably ended up taking me more time. Okay, and now I'm going to do my big flowers. What happens is after you squish them all, then they'll start to fall a little, but that's okay. The middle will still sort of stay up and squished, giving you that dimension. So there we have our cute little dimensional flower made with the die of the 3 doilies. And here you can see them again, either on a little cake box or on a card. So they have lots of different uses. And those are some of the dies from Lifestyle Craft. And don't forget, when you shop at lifestylecrafts.com, you can receive 20% off your purchase when you use the promo code SCRAPTIME. So check out these dies plus all the other dies that Lifestyle Craft has. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out my website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm showing you the book Creative Foundations by Vicki Boutin. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.